Hey guys, Voxable Gaming here, and today we're going to be talking about the storyline of Artemis. Now, a few of my friends or a few subscribers have been saying that my Artemis storyline is kind of confusing a bit since the seasons were weird. I mean, just look, season 3 was Regain, 4 was Vikings, and 5 is Elements, and then it went straight to Primal and flippin' merged, like a season 10 ripoff. So, I kind of see what you guys mean, so this video is to talk about the Artemis story all through chapter 1 and up to now, so let's get right into it. So the storyline actually takes place in my old map, my old BR series called Demons Mini BR. There's 2 chapters, of course, if you guys remember, the OGs out there. Shout out to you guys, thank you guys for, witnessing all of this happen right here, right now. But anyway, about the storyline, this actually took place in Chapter 2, Season 6 of Demons Mini BR, where the reality sphere was completely damaged from the aliens in the previous season, Season 5, and Hunter had kind of no idea what to do. He just saw the reality just dead, and all the civilians on the island were just left. So, the only person was him on that island with the dead reality sphere draining its energy over time. This led to Hunter just saying, you know what, I can't do anything, this reality is just pointless. So what he did was he decided to just let the reality drain all of its energy and completely fly away and just watch his old home reality just crumble to bits, basically. So what he did was he built this ship type thing, this small little rocket ship or whatever, to fly himself to safety while watching his home reality just completely crumble in the dust. Meanwhile, Hunter stayed up there in his jet flying, tried to find a new home for maybe a month or 2, until he got some energy readings from a distant island, which we now know today as Artemis. And now this is where Season 1 took place. In the trailer, if you guys remember, it said connecting in the beginning of it. That basically represents Hunter's energy readings, seeing the Artemis island in the distance. And then, yeah, you get the whole idea. So then, when he was going to that island, his ship randomly malfunctioned, which ended up him crashing in Sloppy Swamp, which again is in the Season 1 trailer. Go into my my playlist, and you guys will see the list of Artemis trailers, and that's where you guys can keep up with the storyline and etc. So Hunter decided to stay on the island for a bit and kind of set up base camp in the swamp. I was gonna say desert, shush. But that's where he took place, directly in the swamp. Kind of like the old times in Demons Mini BR Chapter 1, out for any OGs out there as well. And while nothing was really going on, Hunter decided to make these drills and kind of drill underneath the map so he can study the island more, because this was a new island and he had no idea what this was. But he had a sense of humor that he thought this island was his old home reality, completely reimagined from the top, from the ground up. So he did that, and sadly earthquakes popped up around the map. If you guys remember, the lodge place, I forget what the POI is, it's been so long already, but that place got hit by an earthquake, kind of destroyed a little bit. But yeah, that was that. Now we're moving on to Season 2. Season 1 really didn't have anything, but now Season 2 kicked off a good change. Let's just say darkness. It says it it just shows it in the trailer. Basically, the darkness is an entity or soul that was once, here on the island before. If you guys remember Demons Mini BR Chapter 2, Season 2, that's when the darkness was first introduced. He's back, and he decided to take over the island. Of course, Hunter didn't really remember him, because Hunter wasn't on the island during that time. But when Hunter came back to the old island, the civilians told him about what was going on and who the darkness was and etc. So Hunter decided to fight the darkness, and well, as you saw, they ended up winning. Hunter planted C4 while the civilians of Celtic City and Taco Town defended themselves, which kind of has a little point of the old map as well. As you know, they end up winning. Boom, explodey, they blew up the darkness. Bah, he's dead. Then Season 3 came, Regain. This was a chill season of my map. Kind of a season that I wanted to take a break on a bit, which is the reason why the updates were kind of trash. I mean, besides the pirate one, that was pretty good. But Season 3, there was a giant tree in the middle of the map. The corruption was completely gone. The map was back to being full grass besides the desert. And nothing really started to happen during that season besides Paradise, or Pirate Paradise, which was the first update, releasing. Then, Season 4 came with Vikings encounter. Basically, the purple tree had a bunch of electricity left over from the darkness that it kind of let out a bunch of energy, completely exploding the middle of the map and transforming it into like a giant crater. But since the Zero Heart was underneath, it awoke in the Zero Heart, completely made it exposed, cracked it a bit from the actual explosion, and from that explosion, the Zero Heart made a wormhole in the sky, which spawned in a giant, not really giant, but like a snow biome all over the middle of the map, completely taking over the lodge and everything. And, well, that's the name of Vikings encounter, because the Vikings came through the wormhole, and they made like their little village in the snowy area, which you guys also remember, because that season also grew a hit as well. It was really big, and a lot of people liked it. So, again, thank you guys for that. Again, just like Season 1 and 2 and 3 and etc., nothing really happened that season besides the wormhole getting smaller and the Zero Heart having like these reality arms or waves, whatever it is, coming off of it and going to 3 different POIs. The first POI was actually the one of the village places. I think it was like Snowy Snowfall, I'm not sure what it was, but it was like another village in the snowy area. The second POI was actually Tremble Temple, which a lot of people surprisingly hated when it got destroyed, which I'm actually surprised about. And then the third place was sadly Pirate Paradise. I missed that place for sure. But anyway, the wormhole turned them into Elements, which is Season 5. So Season 5 is based off of Elements. Basically the Zero Heart and the wormhole kind of like, fused, I guess. I mean, the wormhole disappeared, the Zero Heart pulsed and spread out 3 different elements on the map: fire, ice, and earth, which again made 3 new biomes. I mean, one of them is the same, but 2 new biomes, I'm gonna just say, the volcanic one from the fire and then the grassy forest one from the earth. They all met in the middle of the map, making a POI called the Circle of Truth, where it was like a mini spire that was a mixture between ice, fire, and earth, basically. And basically that led to Hunter sealing them in later on in Season 6, which I'll actually talk about right now. During Season 5, Hunter actually made like a little outpost in the middle of the map during Season 5 as the updates continued, if you guys remember from the cutscene in 5.3's update. And over time, Hunter started building like this tower, and this tower that Hunter was building was actually the spire from Demons in the EBR Chapter 2, Season 4 Reality Skip, which is the reason why in Season 6 it's called Primal, because the primal power, or like the spirit of like the primal life in that tower, in the tower, awoken, and it made the Primal season. So here we are, Season 6. So as you know, Primal, surprisingly, people liked it because of the updates and what I did with, what me and Vincent did with the whole gameplay mechanics. So Season 6 has it where Hunter turns on the tower and completely finishes it, and the tower starts shooting like this electricity into the Zero Heart, which fuses it, seals it. But what happens is it makes like a blast, like an energy blast, which completely knocks out Hunter and turns half the island into like a primal resort, basically a giant primal land. So then what Hunter decides to do is contain the elements, like I said earlier, in the same thing that contained the Zero Heart, so nothing could damage or hurt any of the things. But really, it was bad. So I forgot to mention in Season 3, for one of the updates, there was a team that actually entered the map called Reality X. Now, these guys are like an off-brand version of IO, so that was that. But Hunter kind of teach them a lesson in Season 3, they left. But now they're back in Season 6. In the first update, which was the Reality update, basically, Reality X came back out of the ground in a separate island on the top of the map. And they did like a I don't know how we call it, dig site, and they found like this mysterious green cube. It was named the radioactive cube, and it activated, made like a giant radioactive area, and each update it would slowly move closer to the spire in the middle of the map. But not just that, the spire also had map changes, where each game there was a glitch wave. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone knows the glitch wave. It's like the reality wave, but it was actually in game, and it would change, you know, the game, or it would just look cool as a little mini event during that season. Then later on in the season, the cube got getting closer and closer. The spire kept getting damaged over and over, and to the point where, of course, there was actually going to be an event which got canceled, sadly. But basically, the radioactive cube broke the entire spire. Elements, you know, shot at the cube. Elements got destroyed. It was pretty cool. So what was left is, after the cube struck the spire with its green radioactive lightning power, the spire completely exploded, turning it into like a giant crater again, just like what happened in Season 4. After that, the Zero Heart was exposed again, but this time it was more, you know, destroyed, and it was more, you know, exposed, and it was just hectic. From this, the Zero Heart actually was in control, and what I mean by that is, after the spire completely broke, the radioactive cube actually took control of the Zero Heart, which made Merged Season 7, the final season of Chapter 1. This season is actually an off-brand Season X. The rifts in the sky, map changes every update, old ones coming back, new ones, etc. It's an off-brand Season X. Surprisingly, again, you guys liked Season 7, which I'm happy about, and the glitch waves actually did pretty good that season. Each game, the glitch waves would happen, and, well, it would change the gameplay. You know, low gravity, fast movement, etc. Anything you want to say. The first update actually made Taco Town become Primal from the previous season of Season 6. The second update then introduced the old Season 1 POI, Volcanic Valley, which was one of my favorites as well. Then, the third and final update of the season, a lot of people were actually interested around about this. They actually liked it, besides one person, which I'm not going to say. But, you know, it was a Chrome update. I wanted to make the Chrome introduced into my map as like a little Fortnite Easter egg, and like a little Fortnite story intended for like the Fortnite map, and the Fortnite storyline is actually connected with mine a bit. So the Chrome came in, kind of took over like a little spot on the map, and boom, that was really it. Then, since all of that happened, the Zero Heart became so weak to the point where it did like this big blast, and Hunter had a plan to kind of, you know, reset reality all over again, to the point where we would go back to Artemis Season 1, where nothing happened. So, Hunter actually got two shards of the 1 point, which, if you guys don't know what the 1 point is, again, all the way back in Demons of Meteor Chapter 1, my first ever sphere, like the main sphere, was actually called the 1 point. And when it exploded, all the way back then, Hunter took two shards from the 1 point, and he kept them for safety measures. And, well, he used one of them to try to reset reality. As you guys saw, it half worked. What I mean by that, Hunter tried to jump into the Zero Heart to activate the shard, basically killing himself, but the Zero Heart exploded right when Hunter was in front of it, making Hunter's plan half work. And during that explosion of the Zero Heart, when it happened right in front of Hunter's face, it completely liquefied and melted Hunter's suit. So Hunter just lost his old suit just like that from the explosion blast. And now, here we are into Chapter 2, as the island got reset by Hunter's plan half working and half not. Hunter is back on the island with a new suit, and there's a new island. But the thing is, though, we're not in a new reality. Right where the Chapter 2 map is in the same spot as Artemis Chapter 1. So Hunter stays there, and he's having a good time, you know. He's in the loop, he's fighting everyone, he's having a blast. Until, well, he gets energy readings again from the bunker in the middle of the map. He sets up camp there, and, well, as you guys saw from the Art of Nightmares update, a shard from the darkness comes out. Hunter's like, oh shoot, you know, like I thought this was just, you know, the end, you know, like I thought I'd defeat him for sure. No. Basically, one of the shards, there's 3 shards in total of the darkness. One of them came onto the map, made a giant floating island, turned the entire middle of the map, corrupting 2 POIs, Cashy Corner, and Glossy Golf. Then, during that season, or update, nothing really happened. I mean, besides, yeah, I don't think anything really happened during the Arch of Nightmares update, the first one at least. Then, the second update The second update came out for Artemis, and well, I kind of just pulled a Fortnite at the moment. The island got split into 3 parts, made a portal in the sky, and that portal was not trying to call aliens or cubes or whatever, whatever it does. It was actually trying to call the second shard of the darkness. It was trying to call the other 2 shards to make the darkness again. So if it wasn't for Hunter destroying the island and making it explode in the 3rd update of Artemis, which actually came out 4 days ago, I think it is. I'm not even sure how long it's been. If it wasn't for Hunter doing that, the darkness would probably be on the island right now, destroying this reality, and Hunter would probably have a big doo-doo, basically. And well, that's where we are right now at the moment. The shard, or like the entire shard in the island, completely exploded. The portal in the sky is gone. The grass is back. You can actually still see the resemblance of the corruption. For example, the rocks and the dead trees and Hunter's old base from chapter 1. But that's where we are right now. And as you know, not this week, but next week is the final Artemis chapter 2 season 1, update of the season before season 2 starts in another 2 weeks. And yeah, basically season 2 it's going to be good. I already made the trailer. 3 of my friends know. I know Dallas has saw it early, Gage has saw it early, and I think Andy saw it early. So 3 of my friends saw it early. Everyone else said that they wanted to see it during the premiere. So I'm going to see you guys on December 1st. Remember, mark your calendars. December 1st is chapter 2 season 2. Okay? This one's pretty good. I think you guys are going to like the theme of it. I actually have a custom logo. Basically, all the Artemis seasons for chapter 2 are having like a custom logo with them, which is going to be pretty sick. So kind of like how Artemis chapter 1 had it, but better. So I can't wait to see how that is with you guys. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video here. That was a long video of me explaining the Artemis story. If you guys want to, if you guys want me to make another video of the story later on in Artemis chapter 2, recovering from what we did now, make sure you guys comment and like and subscribe to never miss a video, and to help me out on the channel so I can do multiple videos. This is actually the first video in like a while, because I've been focusing on school, and I haven't really been motivated to do any videos until, well, now, basically. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.